Hello, it's Philip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers. I'm looking at a book from the Law Society. It's one of their books in their series, and it's actually on coroners. It's this book here. This is the Flickr review that I've written with my wife Elizabeth. You can see the book there. I haven't physically got it in front of me at the moment. It's a dark coloured blue book, standard thickness, so it's not a particularly heavy book in terms of carrying around or anything, but it's got a wealth of detail in it. We've given it a title, Thorough Coverage of the Coroners and Justice Act 2009 from Law Society Publishing. The work's written by David Urpeth, and as I say, it's a guide to the new law. What we're saying here is that the Coroners and Justice Act 2009 has introduced wide-ranging and profound changes to the coroner system in England and Wales. You will be aware, of course, that the Act itself has been quite controversial and quite a few unanswered questions remain. However, this is a guide which tries to set out exactly where we are at the moment. So if you're a practitioner representing defendants, claimants, witnesses or family members, it's vital that you understand the nature of the change that this Act has wrought and its potential impact. And we feel that David Urpeth provides what you need as a detailed, informative guide to the current law from Law Society Publishing. The provisions of the Act, if we recall them, include the introduction of a new National Coroner Service with a Chief Coroner at its head, a new death certification system. I can tell you the current one can take a lot of time and can be difficult, an appeals process accessible to the bereaved, and a new appointment system for coroners. Also increased powers for coroners, inquests held in private and so forth, and indeed much more. Very much part and parcel of the comments that have been made coming out of certain things that have been happening in this first decade of the 21st century. As this is a sphere of practice replete with delicate matters, it's most helpful that the book also includes the full text of the new Charter for the Bereaved, which explains the services that the bereaved can expect from the coroner system, and will be of comfort, we hope, to many. Though, as I said, there's a lot of controversy about this, and there are a number of books on the market, but the law, frankly, is still not quite what many people would expect it to be. As Urpeth points out, the last major reform of the coroner's system, which has been in service since 1194, was in 1887, with some additional reforms introduced in 1926. Therefore, the new Act is, in his words, long overdue, adding that this publication is limited to the coronial aspects of the Coroners and Justice Act. Fortunately, we haven't got too heavily involved in the other pieces that make up this legislation. The book's contents, therefore, are up to date as at January 2010. There's a useful table of statutes, which you'll find obviously at the front of the work, and an overview which includes an explanation of the passage of the bill through Parliament to give full coverage of the new legislation at a time when we need it, although, as I've said, it is thorough in every way and it's to be commended. So thank you very much to Law Society Publishing and of course to David Urpeth. Thanks, bye-bye.